For originality, the new Waves Equator plugin gets 0 points because it's basically Soothe 2 but done by Waves. That means that this new Waves plugin is a dynamic suppressor plugin, which based on the sensitivity you set will automatically reduce resonances in an audio track over many frequencies. They are very similar in which controls you get, and even the functionality of how you set sensitivity works in a similar way, only inverted. With Soothe 2 you move up to increase sensitivity, in Equator you move down to get more cut. I actually prefer how Equator handles this, it feels more natural and as if you are working with an EQ. Soothe 2 has 4 notches, Equator 8. But Soothe 2 has more shapes to work with and a handy low and high pass option, which are very useful and in practice more than enough. But Equator does have Multiband, which looks like they took it from Phil Spicer's The Smoother. This allows for quicker adjustment on a frequency bands, and I found myself using this quite a bit. This frequency display works fine. I do miss a grid to more clearly see which frequencies get reduced and by how much. What is smart in Equator is that you get some global adjustment options in the form of sensitivity curves. You have a big tilt curve with adjustable frequency, so you can quickly focus more on the low end or higher frequencies. Shape, which also applies to the sensitivity curves, will pull the overall created curve more towards pink noise frequency distribution or a more warm alternative. The included auto makeup gain is handy as well. I left it on most of the time, and there's a limiter for when you push this plugin hard in combination with the auto gain. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already and hit that little like button. This video is made possible by DistroKid, the best way to get your music online into popular streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. You'll keep 100% of the royalties you earn from your streams with unlimited uploads. Use the link in the description of this video to get 7% off of your first year on DistroKid to find out why so many artists are using DistroKid to distribute their music. If you pull up Plugin Doctor, Soothe does look to be a lot cleaner and aliasing free than Equator, but in reality I did not hear any difference. Now let's use both plugins on a vocal track. There are some chesty notes which I want to reduce.
Free.
And honestly, between Equator and Soothe 2, I liked them equally eventually. They both do a proper job at reducing the chest frequencies. Sometimes I prefer the one over the other, and that all has to do with how much reduction is applied, which you can change easily in both. Right out of the gate, Soothe 2 does a bit better natural job, because Soothe 2 extends higher in its reduction than Equator. For Equator I have to tweak more in the upper mid range. But then on the other hand, Equator grabbed the lowest chest frequency much better at default than Soothe 2. That's why you see this big sensitivity curve here. This is something I usually find with Soothe 2. It often has more difficulty grabbing lower notes right away and seems more mid-range focused. Speaking about focus, a big focus of Equator lies in its learn function. This is best used with a sidechain and gives you track spacer functionality. I'm actually surprised this isn't a separate plugin, but who knows what will happen. This is a free idea for you waves. It works like this. Let the plugin learn. Track spacer and the likes don't need learn, but Equator can work in both static mode or dynamically, and I can see why it needs to learn for the static mode. Let me play around with Equator in sidechain function more to let you hear how it can impact a mix and how I would adjust it to sound musical. Right now, Equator will cost you $39.99, which is a lot cheaper than Soothe 2. I think this is a very serious, proper alternative to Soothe 2, and in functionality it might even surpass Soothe 2. Hopefully this will trigger OX Sound to create a Soothe 3 with updated functionality, because the competition is real. Check out Waves Curves Equator with the link in my description of this video to see if it fits in your audio toolshed.